And we're live. First episode, Barber Talk, Elevate Talk. We're
You?
figuring out the name.
What's good, bro?
We're good.
All
We're in the
right, first
game.
episode of the Elevate Barbering Shop, bro. How you
Yep.
feeling right now?
No, feeling good after a long day.
For real, both
Long
of us.
day of cutting.
Both of us were stacked. I think I had one spot that I didn't have to.
Booked up.
So, welcome to the Elevate Barbering Podcast, bro. It's our
We're
first
here.
one. We just want to kind of break the ice, right? Let everybody know what we're doing this about, what it's for.
Yes.
Which for me, I'll tell you, for me is more like another way to understand what our shop is about and like the culture and the movement that we're trying to bring to the game.
Yes. What they're getting when they come here, what they're receiving, and you know what we're providing.
Hell yeah.
More than the service. More than just a haircut.
And I think it's dope that we decided to do it this way too, because it's more than just about the people who, because we have our clients, but then we're kind of an extension of their families in that way for those who want to be.
Yep.
Because we meet their wives, we meet their kids, they come to certain events, and this will allow those people who maybe they're not the ones who actually come to get their hair cut, but they still mess with us.
Oh.
So it kind of gives them a different perspective of what we got going on. It helps them get to know us better than they would, because they don't get to see us all the time.
Yes, they get them to know us a little more, and then a little hint of the experience that you get when you come to the shop.
Just a taste, though, not too much.
Just a tip.
And then also, I think it's dope too for. Perfect. I think it's good too because it's also because the barbering culture here in Ocala is been budding since we started. Like it's grown a lot, even just in that 2 years, 3 years almost.
Yes.
But I think it's dope because we're pretty much new barbers in the professional world.
Oh yeah.
About to be 3 years in, and we started our own first shop right here, Elevate Barbering, about 6 months ago, which is fire.
Yes.
No offense to the homies,
Huge accomplishment.
Best shop in town.
Yes.
You feel me?
Respectfully.
We got some strong competition, but
Very
you know what I'm saying? But where are we at?
Yes.
Where are we? That's what lets you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's lonely at the top.
But also it's dope too because we got a lot of barber homies, know, and we know what it's like to be busy. And, we don't always get to link and we don't always get to stop by the shops and see what's going on. So I think it's dope that we do this because nobody's more interested in barber shit than barbers. Yeah. You know what I mean? So at least we
can relate a little bit.
Yeah, we could tie in everybody else. Maybe, we've already talked a little bit about maybe having another, other barbers on so they could check out the shop and vibe out with us, catch a vibe,
They'll be able to chill with us, see how we operate.
Yeah.
And then we get to know them a little bit rather than just going to the shop.
Yeah.
Seeing them in their element, that's different.
Let them catch our vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Come through.
It would be
Come to
dope
our
too
side of
if we
town.
do a little travel segment though.
That would be dope.
I started that a little bit when I did an episode on my YouTube with Jimmy.
Yep.
Jimmy Fades. Shout out Jimmy Fades.
Jimmy.
Yeah, man. And that idea, that was kind of a much like what we're doing now, was kind of experimental and to see where it goes. And I kind of want to merge the idea and the concepts for what I was doing with that video into what we can do here now that we have our own spot. You know what I mean? And we can do, like we just said, we can go out to other shops, but then more importantly, bring them here so they can understand, like, yeah, we see where you're at, but we want you to catch our vibe too.
Yep.
I think that's dope.
Come through. Come check us out.
Giving the best cuts. And also I think there are plenty of other barbershops in town and, obviously just like everywhere else. And everybody has their own thing and their own niche and their own trait that they're bringing to the game.
Right.
And I think it's dope that we do this to allow other people to understand what it is that we're bringing.
Right.
And that it's not always just, it's barbering and who you get your hair cut from is such a subjective thing.
Yes.
So it's like you get to, through this and through what we do with other barbers here, we'll get to really understand like what sets you apart and kind of where you lie on the spectrum.
Yep.
And then it could even help people here in Ocala who are kind of interested just to see how we vibe with other people and kind of which barber would be better for them. And we got the barber battle coming up. Shout out King Cuts.
Mario
Zapata. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Mr. Faith Barber. He put together the Ocala Premier Barber last year. It was a show that we unfortunately you didn't get to go, right?
No, I didn't get to go. I missed out on that.
I'm definitely trying to go this year. If they host it again.
If it happens again, I'm going. I'm there. I'm trying to support him. Yeah, he came literally to every every event we did.
Yeah, bro.
Whenever we did the event at Bank Street together, the barber meetup, and then our premiere.
Yep.
You know, shout
the
out.
Bank Street meetup was good. We definitely got to do another one of those.
Yes.
We should
that
actually hit him up.
That was a great turnout.
Yeah.
And a great time too. Yeah.
I feel like we could get a better one if we did it again. Like if we all came together.
Definitely. I feel like we have more of a relationship with more barbers now. Back then it was more. We were at Hair Junkies, so we didn't have too many.
I was at City Clippers.
Yeah.
I wasn't even there yet.
We were still kind of new into it, like a year in,
a
year and a half in. So we definitely got more ties now.
Yeah.
To the community.
It's exciting to see even just the amount of time that I'm not trying to like go for a stretch here.
Yeah.
But it's exciting to see the amount of growth that has happened within our community already, because we've only been in the game almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Just opened our own shop, and it's already starting to feel like we're OGs out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that's necessarily factual, because there are real OGs in Ocala, like who have been
10,
here
15 plus
years. And I don't even know all of them. Like, shout out, what is it, Jose, who owns A1?
Yeah. Alpha.
Is it Alpha, not A1?
Southern Scissor Works.
Yep.
Jose.
And then
he's been out here for a minute.
Louis Barber, he has a Spanish shop over there. I haven't been there yet, but I've heard plenty about it. Way out by 200.
Yeah, over there by my crib.
Yep. And then,
we got Giz from Platinum Cuts.
Plenty of guys out here.
There's a lot of niggas out here.
Mike at High Class, shout out, because I was at his, and he's even. Like, he was in our position at around the same time, and you already
whenever we were coming up.
Yeah, now a lot of the young cats already see him as an OG. Yep. You know what I mean? It's crazy how quickly that. And then shout out Omega too.
Yep.
Omega Barber Hair Salon. I'm sorry if I forget.
John the Barber.
John and Mary.
Marty, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to everybody, bro. And that's what I like too. Is like, it's gonna be I feel like this is a good opportunity to bring everybody together.
Yep.
And just share vibes and put stuff together. I know Mary had should I say Mari? I'm sorry. I'm not saying it Puerto Rican.
Know how
I'm not saying it Spanish. I'm sorry. Mary.
It literally could go either way.
But she hit me up about doing like a barber basketball game.
Yeah.
And did you see that post?
I'm cooking niggas. Either way, just know.
Y'all see me from the 3-point line. What's up? I'm Steph Curry.
They don't want that.
I was actually airballing every shot I did.
At the event. Yeah. It was horrible. And it was bricks everywhere. Everybody was a barber there because there was no shots being made.
Bro, we got delicate hands. You know what I'm saying? No. We can't be putting all that force trying to get the ball over there.
There's a lot of ugly shots being put up.
Ugly shots, but fresh face.
Yes.
Pick your poison. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it was a vibe.
But anyway, yeah, I really just wanted to break the ice, man, and kind of let everybody know what we're about and let them feel it out for themselves, bro. Yeah, and then also, we have dope questions that come down in here all the time. Just like every barbershop talk,
man.
Plenty of good conversations that pop up. Like a good one, which I'll let you marinate on. I told you there was a surprise for one.
Surprise question.
Somebody brought up a good one yesterday. We were talking about saving lives and like how much one life is over the other, right? Like how valuable one life is that you would save over tons of people.
Right.
And it was a touchy conversation, but it came down to like, all right, the first one was, well, if there was a train on a track and there was a fork in the train and it had to go left or right, on left, there's only one person tied to the track and they can't get off.
Okay.
On the right, there's 5 people tied to the track and they can't get off.
Uh-huh.
So one way or the other, somebody's dying.
Somebody got to die.
But if it's either going to be one stranger or 5 strangers, which way are you sending this train?
Ooh.
Right?
Okay.
That's like part 1 to the question.
Okay. First answer, I'm going to just choose 1 over the 5.
That's what I said. Yeah. I feel like most decent human beings would be like, I'm sorry, but it's just a numbers
game. I got to cut
game.
my losses. Yeah,
right?
Yeah, you by yourself, bro.
This dude went from 0 to 100 because after his next question was, your mom is on one side of the track.
Oh, my God.
And you got 50 people on the other side of the track that you don't know.
Dead. They're dead.
Shout out Millie. Shout out Millie. You know what's happening.
There's probably nothing I wouldn't do for my mother, bro.
And I don't know if it makes me a terrible person that I hesitated on the answer.
Yeah.
Right. And it's not it has nothing to do with the love that I have for my mother. Like, Mama, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's giving me more than you. Right. But
it's 50 people.
It's 50 people, and you're thinking about impact.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
we could go all day.
And I'm not saying I made the decision. I'm just saying it was a crazy thought. And then he said, Then he just kept bumping the number from 50 to 100, 1,000, 50,000, a million. You know what I mean?
To save that
so
one.
then it's really like, okay, how do you really value human life?
Yeah.
And it was just
or
a
how
deep
much
moment.
is that one?
Right.
How much do you value that one? Then
it comes to like your own family on one side of the track versus the rest of the world.
I think that's a touchy subject anyway. Whenever you mention your family, it's like you're gonna pick your family over most anyway.
Yeah.
Especially in a situation like that where it's life or death. It's like
literally like
I'm not giving a fuck about anybody else. If it comes to family, you know, or a stranger, you know, it's kind of like
and because that's your family. Does that make it right? Does that make it the better decision? You know?
No, morally, no,
it's
but
subjective.
Yeah, it's like, bro, it's your family. It's like I don't know these niggas.
You're probably gonna get. You're gonna. A lot of people are gonna lose respect for you depending on how you choose.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that honestly, I wonder how many people would answer that truthfully. You will never know. Like that's something that has to come from you.
You would know by their answer.
And oh man, that's
how they answer it.
I hesitated on the answer and immediately felt like the shittiest son in the world.
I was like, no.
It's like, no, I gotta save my mom.
Got to.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. She would do anything in the world for you.
She would.
You know what I'm saying? But does that make it right? And that's the question. You know what I mean?
Right and wrong is subjective in hella ways too. So it's like, no. If it's life or death, you gotta pick your mom.
I think that's a perfect question to leave our first episode's audience on, like, right? Your mother.
What would you pick?
Or your mother versus the world. You know what I'm saying? Like how much you love your mom. That hurts. It hurts to think about, but it's interesting.
You gotta pick your moms over everything. Not everything, but
over most things.
Over most in that situation, yes.
Use good judgment.
Yes.
Shout out moms. I love you, moms.
Right.
And Gonzo's mom. Shout out Millie. I wore your shirt that you gave me the other day, yesterday.
You did. Astronaut.
But I mean,
a Rugrats shirt.
That's it, bro. That's all I really want to do. I want to make sure that. And another thing I think is cool that we decided to keep these short.
Yep.
Because not everybody has a bunch of hours in the day, and I think the core part is that we share like the vibe and the message, and as long as people get a taste of that every day, and consistent, and then we can share it, because we both had a long day, but it's not so long that we're stressing over the production. So.
It's a journey.
First episode. You got anything to say before we close it out? Pick your mom.
Pick your mom. That's the title. Pick your mom over everything.
I feel that.
No, it's a great first episode. Second episode, different questions.
Plenty more to come.
Different deaths.
But anyway, shout out. I'm trying to think of like a good sign off. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking like something with elevate. I didn't even think about that beforehand. This is all impromptu.
Very. Very impromptu.
Don't hate, elevate.
I'm trying to think of something clever. Don't hate, elevate. Elevate yourself. Elevate your life.
Stay high. You know what I'm saying?
Stay elevated. I like that.
Stay high might be misinterpreted by some of our clientele.
Yeah, no. Like, okay.
Easy. Done. Nah, we'll work on the sign off, man. But I appreciate it, and I think it's cool we started it, bro. Thank you for doing it.
Got you. I'm here.
Elevate, baby.
We out.
Elevate Barbering is out. Episode 1.